The 10th anniversary of the 9/11 attacks, and many of us will relive those difficult memories a lot over the next week, as you see from this just invasion of media coverage everywhere.
And joining us with some advice on coping with those feelings and talking to your kids is Dr. Sheela Raja. She is a licensed clinical psychologist and assistant professor at UIC. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Kids are going to see this on television. They're going to wonder what happened on September 11th, 2001, and you say what to your children?
Well, it depends on the age of your children, and you're right, they're going to be inundated. And it's important for us to remember, first of all, that many of these kids either weren't born or they were very, very young when this happened. And so our reactions as adults are going to be really different from their reactions. And it's okay to reassure them that they can have any reaction that they're having, and that's okay. They don't have to be the same as our reactions, for one thing.
Is there a way to kind of put a cap on it? Because I remember covering similar stories at the time that children were seeing at the time this was happening, the tapes of it over and over again, and they thought it was happening live again and again.
Yes.
How do you curb that when we're in a media society where it's everywhere around us?
Absolutely. Radio, TV, it's everywhere. You know, even in weekly readers, they're covering it, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I think it's really important to try to limit your kids' TV watching this week, or if you're not sure if a special is appropriate for them, I would suggest taping it and then previewing it and seeing whether you think they could handle it, because kids need us to be, you know, realistic about it, but also reassuring that they're safe at the same time.
Yeah, and if a child says, Mom or Dad, can it happen again? Will it happen again? You would say what?
I would say something to the effect, especially if that's somebody who's younger, you know, say a preteen, I would say something to the effect of, you know, our military, our country is working very hard to keep us safe. And I would focus on the resilience of that day, how we saw people of all colors, all faiths, all ages, you know, get up and help each other. Because I think as parents, that's a great lesson that we want our kids to glean from that also.
And Dr. Raja, what about even adults? You get to a point almost where you get burned out of it, and you don't want to feel that way about something that was so heroic and a huge part of our history. Absolutely. How do we prevent ourselves from getting to a point where we have 9/11 burnout?
Absolutely. Well, it's important, you know, I'm not going to say that people shouldn't watch coverage. Absolutely they should, but if you feel like you're watching it too much, it's overwhelming you, maybe you're having nightmares that won't go away, you know, that's a time where you need to say, okay, I think I need to take a break from this, or maybe I need more help to talk about some of this stuff.
All right. Dr. Sheela Raja, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
All right. It is now 6:15.